Hey guys, it's Justin again with another review. This is going to be a review for the Nendoroid Snake. I don't really pick up figures, but I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. And the second this guy went up for pre-order, I grabbed one. I think it's a fantastic sculpt of Snake, and I think that all the accessories and stuff included were really good. And I try to pick up as much Metal Gear Solid stuff as I can, considering how much I love the series. So here we've got Snake. He's molded in all of his proper colors. His sneaking suit looks really good. He's in well, his face is in the standard tan. His headband is like a dark gray, and his sneaking suit is in somewhere between like a dark blue-gray and a lighter blue-gray. There's black and dark gray accents all over the place. Some light gray for like the knee pads and the elbow pads. A little bit of gold for the shoulders. Lots of nice detail on this thing. But everything looks really nice. His hair is like a dark brown with like a light brown gradient. And I just can't stress enough how happy I am with this figure. Now because it's a nendoroid and he's got a big head and he's a little top heavy, he's a little hard to get to stand, but once you get him in that sweet spot, he typically stays pretty good. Maybe. There we go. Of course. But anybody who's familiar with nendoroid figures know that these are a little bit expensive for what you get, and I typically try to advise somebody, unless they're really heavily into this kind of style type deal, I'd probably advise you against buying a bunch of these, considering what you pay versus what you get usually isn't really worth it. So unless it's a character you really like or a series or something you really enjoy, I wouldn't really grab onto these. But just straight out of the box and playing with it for a couple minutes, this one's been really cool. As far as articulation is concerned, the neck and head are on a joint like this. It's 2 pegs and like a little half ball joint thing, and it flexes like that. So you can move his head up and down, you can turn it around, you can do all kinds of cool stuff like that. His waist is on a hinge. His shoulders are on ball joints, so you can flex them up and around, and if you maneuver them a little bit, I guess you can't get them any higher. So his shoulders get in the way. But you can flex them straight out as far as you want. You can flex them back, all that. Under the shoulder, you get a full 360-degree spin. You get a single bend at the elbow, so 90 degrees. And the wrist is like a ball joint, but it's more like a peg. Not very much, in and out. The waist itself is on I believe that's a peg of some sort, but the belt gets in the way from letting you do a full 360 spin, but that's fine. Legs are on ball joints. Not a whole ton of movement, but enough. The knees will bend 90 degrees. The ankles are also on ball joints, so not the most movement, but a decent amount. Enough to get him standing and, put him in a decent enough array of poses. Now, if anybody's familiar with Metal Gear Solid, they know that it's a stealth game. It's a sneaking, science fiction-y type of deal. There's lots and lots and lots of robots and other miscellaneous nonsense that goes on in Metal Gear Solid. It's just generally pretty awesome. Like I said a million times, I'm a huge fan. When it comes to what you get, there's no shortage of cool accessories with this guy. So being an action stealth game, you get a gun. You get the SOCOM gun with suppressor, and you also get, I believe this is the FAMAS, which also comes with hands for each one of those, so you can plug them right in and get them roll in straight away, and it's as simple as pulling them out and plugging in the one you want to use. And he looks really good. Now, before I get too far into this, I do want to say one of my minor gripes with this kit is that you don't get like a ton of extra faces with Snake like you do with most other nendoroids. I've got a couple of other nendoroids and they all come with like 3-4 different faces, and while you can swap this Snake's faces, he doesn't come with any of his own, so whatever faces you put on Snake won't be his face, it'll just be his head. But he's easy enough to get into cool like shooting poses and stuff like that. And one accessory that comes with every nendoroid, you always get a little clear like plastic base and a stand, and you can just kind of peg that into wherever you want here, and then you can plug that into the figure's back like so. And if you're having troubles getting your figure to stand, not drop it a whole bunch, he will stand with the added base. Where'd the gun go? So that eliminates any standing issues that you might have. Now, another cool accessory you get, which is strange to call it a feature of Metal Gear Solid, but you get another hand that includes a cigarette, and those actually come in incredibly handy during the gameplay. And he looks awesome smoking it. So, little Snake smoking a cigarette. Another incredibly cool thing you get. God, the joints on this thing aren't the greatest. Like I said, these aren't something I'd recommend to everybody. If you like the series, pick it up, but otherwise, you might want to give these a pass. You get 2 fingers out for the codec, and you can put that on the side of his head so he's receiving a codec call. Very awesome. You also get a secondary leg. This one's bent so that you can put him in like a prone position. I guess for the sake of demonstration, we'll put it on him so you can see what it looks like. I'll put his fists back on real quick. Oh God. And that's as simple as just unplugging that and plugging the other leg in. If I can get it to peg in, there we go. And now you can put him on the ground in like a prone position, and you pop his neck up like this, and you put his arms in front of him, and then it comes with this clear piece right here. This goes against his chest, kind of like wedge it on there. Now the hard part is getting him to get on it and stay on it, but this basically balances him out so that his head doesn't weigh him down. But you can, lay him down pretty good, and he stays pretty well, so you can get him down and crouching and sneaking. But again, these are still not my favorite features of this kit. The last 2 things I have to show are actually my favorites ever. These are super cool, and I feel like these really sell and complete this figure. Now, I said that you don't get a bunch of faces for this kit, which is true, but you do get an extra head, which is the coolest. So let me take the other head off, and of course the neck joint comes with it. I'm just going to plug the other one into this. Oh, it's already there. Never mind. You get the original PS1 sculpted head to swap it out. So the 2 heads are incredibly different, but the PS1 head is super cool. And you can just plug that right in. Maybe. There we go. And he looks just like Metal Gear Solid 1 Snake in all of his pixelated, big-headed glory. It doesn't affect the articulation at all. The only difference between them 2 aesthetically, besides obviously the size and the shape, is the MGS1 style doesn't have the movable bandana, which I forgot to go over in Articulation. And the last accessory, which I think most Metal Gear Solid fans would agree, no Metal Gear Solid release of any sort is complete without this. No? Okay. A cardboard box. I just glued the tabs in. I wasn't going to, but I did for you guys. And it's actually the box for the Good Smile figure Snake. You can see it's figure 447. There's 12 of them included. And if you look at the box here, the box is number 447. So you get the box for the figure. Now, like I said, I'm a huge Metal Gear Solid fan. I don't know if I'd call myself like a Metal Gear Solid nerd or anything like that. There's lots of pieces of lore that I don't get or don't remember, you know, things that slip through the cracks. I'm not the best video game player in the universe, so I typically play my games on like easy or normal. But I do enjoy the series and the storyline and what I've picked up on it, all the Easter eggs and things like that. I think this does a really excellent job giving the fans of the series a really nice collectible figure that represents one of the more iconic characters of our generation, I think, as far as, especially for like such a niche genre. You know, there's like a million Master Chief generic soldiers out there. There's one Solid Snake. If you're a Metal Gear Solid fan, go pick this up. This guy's really cool. He's really nice. You won't be disappointed. Like I said, or like you've seen, the joints like to pop off here and there. But if you can look past some minor stuff like that, just a little bit of frustration with getting into pose properly, he's actually really nice. And both heads look great. All the accessories look really nice. You know, I can't find any issues with this guy besides the joints, and that's just a standard thing with nendoroids. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Later.